Writers used abbreviations in their writing to save time and effort and to save space. If we think about it, people use abbreviations for the same reasons in sending text messages these days. Writing materials such as ink, parchment and early paper were expensive, so by saving space, the writer was also saving money. People writing at this time were an elite and tended to follow the abbreviations they had been taught, even if sometimes it would have been just as quick to write the words in full. A lot of these abbreviations have been formed in the later classical period, so were long established. However, only some abbreviations were taken over into written English. There are two main methods of abbreviation. Firstly, suspension. This means starting but not finishing a word. In early medieval texts, this could be the initial letter followed by a full point. So W for William. Later, this became the first phoneme, meaning single sound or first few letters, such as ESP to indicate especially. However, any word that is not complete can be said to be suspended, even if the suspension is only the last letter. The second method is contraction. This is where the letters in the centre of a word are missing, but the start and the end of the word is written. For example, the modern abbreviation of doctor includes letters missing from the middle of the word. The missing letters of words were indicated by a variety of signs, ligatures and superscript letters. In this video, we will explore some of the marks used to indicate abbreviations. Tildes were straight, wavy or curved loops over parts of the words to indicate missing letters. Typically, they would indicate the nasal consonants, such as M or N, but they could include any missing letters, and could be more than one block of missing letters. Some examples of tildes include this one, which is looping over the top of the word, so you can make out J, H, N, and this is indicating there is an O missing from the name John. The looped form of tilde is much rarer. It has been used for the word domini, meaning Lord in Latin. You can see the D, we are missing O-M-I, and then you can see the N-E. Tildes can also be straight lines, as in nomine, Latin for name. You can see the N-O, the M is missing, the I appears, and then the N is missing. So in this case, 2 blocks of missing letters. Finally, you have an E. The final word is ibidem, meaning in the same place in Latin. We have the IB, the IDE is missing, and then you have the M. Tildes were very common forms of abbreviation. Next, we have P abbreviations. These imply syllables, such as per, par, por. These are indicated by a line crossing the descender of the P. The line could go straight across the descender or loop down and then across the ascender. In the first word you can see here, the abbreviation indicates PAR. Therefore, the word is spelt PARYCHE, or parish. The other P abbreviation sign comes from the bottom of the bowl of the P before crossing the descender or ascending above the letter. This mark indicates that PRE or PRO is missing. The word you can see here is PRESENT or present. Superscript hooks after and above letters are known as ER hooks or RE hooks, as they indicate that ER or RE is missing. We are going to concentrate on an ER hook, which may mean that an ER or an OR are missing. They appear after letters such as V for VER, N for NER, or S for SER. Some examples with ER hooks include every, manor or manor, and services, in this case spelt with a Z at the end. Brevigraphs are special letter forms indicating particular letters. This sign, which resembles a German shaft, can indicate the letters SER, SIR, SAR, or SOR. This can appear anywhere within the word. This example we can see here is indicating SER, so we have the letters RE, then the brevigraph for SER, then RYD. for the word reserved. Other brevigraphs include the ampersand. It looks like a Z with a curling loop and tail. As with an ampersand today, this means and. You may also get an ampersand followed by a C with a hook over it. The hook shows that the word is suspended. The missing letters are E, T, E, R, A. So etc., meaning and the others. We tend to abbreviate this to ECT these days. Finally, we've got the ES or IS brevigraph. It is used at the end of the word to indicate the last letters are ES or IS. In this example, we've got the word thanks. Another common sign is the thorn. This was an Anglo-Saxon letter form which indicates the th sound. It looks like a version of the modern Y. In the 15th century, writers used both the thorn and the modern Y. To differentiate between the two, they would have a dot over the Y. This dot gradually fell out of use until we have the Y we know today. The thorn itself also gradually fell out of use. You will often see the thorn with a superscript letter or letters next to it. In these examples, we have a thorn with an E next to it. This indicates the word the. The superscript letter should indicate that something is missing. However, it doesn't make sense to think that in common usage. So it's purely just a common convention of the word the. Next word is a thorn and a superscript T. This is short for that. And finally, we have a thorn and an EM. This is short for them. It was also common for writers to use elisions. This is the admission of a sound or syllable and merging two words together. In modern day use, we would have words such as I am changing to I'm and let us to let's. An elision was used particularly if the noun began with a vowel. This example is the archangel or the archangel. You can find more abbreviations in Gooders Common Abbreviation Signs, which is available on our workbook.